Welcome back, Kevin's Mobile Repair. 2014 Volkswagen Passat 1.8 Turbo, doing a starter today. So I will show you what procedure we got for doing that. First of all, we take our air filter housing out. The hose connect right here, you will squeeze together and use like a little pick to make sure that they get up and out of the way all the way. Older connectors don't kind of move like they're supposed to, and then we'll just pick itself out of here. This little tube goes down for the drain. This is a little rubber grommet, T30, and then another grommet right there, and then this whole assembly will lift itself out. Take off your hose clamp right here, whole thing pops out. Disconnect your power and ground. Manual says I gotta remove the battery and battery tray, but I did not. So this is what little thing I did for one less step for having to do all that kind of crap. This ground wire attaches right there. See that little stud right there where that ground wire attached. 13 millimeter, take it off, it gives you a whole lot more room of getting back in there to get these connectors and things off for the starter itself. So I'm gonna have big power wire right here. It's a 13 millimeter. This is going to be your connector, which is yay. Little lock tab on there, so move the little red lock tab back, and then I use a pick like on most German connectors and lift up that little tab right there, and it comes right off. This power wire has a little ground, or has a little shield that you will have to finagle and fight with to get it off to get to that 13. Once those are off, everything's out of the way. The upper wiring loom bracket, which is this, is held on with 13. It goes on the gigantic bolts for the starter. So there's going to be a 13 here as it goes in like yay. So the bolt will be right here, then the bracket will be right here, so you have to take that bracket off. Same with doing the one on the bottom. This one right here. So 13 millimeter down at the bottom. I'm going to use some extensions to get back in there. I use my 3/8 gun and a 13 millimeter long with the 3-inch extension and a little stubby, and that gives me the right distance I need to go underneath the starter, get the 13 off. And then the same way with doing the big bolts. The big bolts are 18s. I use a deep well 1/2 inch and a 3-inch extension, and then it gets right past the starter and everything to be able to get those bolts cracked loose. And once I have that done, then I use my little 1/2 inch to 3-inch extension or adapter on here, and then use my gun to zip the rest of the way out. So, and then the starter will come up through this area right here with no issue, and going back in same way. So I will get this process done and get you a finalized outcome when everything's finished up.